Hi campers, happy Monday. Well, as you can see behind me, which way? That way. The grass has been trimmed back a bit. The paddling pool is up for the kids, although it was bought for fish. The kids have commandeered it. That's the joy of having kids, I suppose. Yeah, what a weekend. Impromptu visit to Black Country Koi Bloke Davy on Saturday to pick up a Maratan Kohaku female loaded with eggs that he found in I suppose you call it a neglected pond. It's a pond that's been left to its own devices apart from a filter clean every now and again. Green water, sludge in the bottom, fish are absolutely perfect. The most delicate slime coat you'd ever want to see. Scale perfect fish. And I think the guys shutting the pond down and they were going for a steal. So I've got a 45 centimetre female. She's got one scale missing, but apart from that, perfect. So yeah, happy with that. Thanks, Davey. And while I was in the Black Country, we went to Walker Koi. If you ever are in the area, that place is well worth a visit. Tiny little place, but my God, some of the fish he's got there are amazing. So yeah, came away with a few more fish from there. And then when I lost Mr. Voldemort, I was contacted by a chap called Martin, who's closing down a pond. And he said, I've got a couple of ghosties that you can just have. So I ended up going from the West Midlands to Bedford to pick up the two ghosties, and then back out to Skeg. So yeah, that was interesting. All those fish in the car, 30-degree temperatures. Fortunately, I'd taken my oxygen, so they were all bagged in oxygen. Aircon on, as cold as it would go, and off we toddled. Everything got back fine. Fantastic. So yeah, although I keep saying I'm not buying any more fish, it's like an addiction. But there you go. The pond can cope with it. It's not a major problem. I might have to thin it out a bit as they grow, but yeah, at the minute the pond's coping very, very well. Still bright green, but coping very well. I think the UV is going to struggle to clear the water, but we'll see. We'll see. The sieve is working epically. I was a little bit concerned that because I was away for 24 hours that the sieve would back up and choke itself up, but it didn't. It did pull out a lot of rubbish, but it didn't actually back up and choke up and overflow or anything like that. So that's fantastic. That's working really well, and the amount it's pulling out is ridiculous. Yeah, I was amazed what it pulled out in 24 hours. I'll put a little video clip up. Not that anyone is really interested, but it amuses me. It's like my little obsession. I just keep going out there every couple of hours and having a look at what it's pulled out, and I just sit there with my jaw on my chin, going, "Oh my word!" And to think all that was going into my filter system. It's no wonder my static bed was blocking up every 3 or 4 days and having to be cleaned out. It really isn't. So yeah, that's working really well. One of the best things I've ever built and put on the pond, to be fair. How I've survived all these years without one, I don't know. But yeah, that's been worth every penny of 20 quid. Fish are doing great. They're loving the green water. No major incidents or anything really to report on that front. They've been spawning sod's law, they spawned while I was away. So when I got back, the brushes were virtually devoid of eggs because they'd been munching on caviar for 24 hours. But I did have a little spawn again last night. I see Vince had a nice little spawn as well. Davey, I think you've got to get that gay pride flag up over your tank, mate, because you've got all those females in there. They're absolutely loaded. All those males in there, and they're just not interested. So, yeah, definitely time for the gay pride flag. Yeah. Well, we all know that the Midlands holds the biggest LGBTQ events there are. Yeah, Birmingham Pride is probably one of the biggest in the country. So it's probably standing to reason why. Maybe it's these Midlands fish. Who knows? But there you go. Yeah, it's going to be a scorchio one for the next couple of days, apparently. It's already sort of 23, 24 degrees here. I don't think it's even 10 o'clock in the morning yet, so it's going to be warm. So, guys, make sure you've got your air pumps on full bore. Try and get your water returns above the water so that they're crashing about a bit. Turn your pumps up, get as much water movement going in your pond as you can, and if needs be, a good shower jet on a hose pipe will bring your water temperature down and add a lot of oxygen. Even though it might add a little bit of chlorine, it's the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. So that's my advice for your ponds. Keep it short and sweet. Advice for yourself: sit down, chill out, relax, drink lots of water, look after yourself, look after your family. Don't do anything too strenuous. Simple basic advice that you'd use if you were in Tunisia or something. The rest of the garden is still like a forest, but I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a garden sort of person. I'm not particularly garden proud. So the wildlife are loving that. Um, Keeps the little lad happy. He goes out bug hunting and butterfly hunting and all that sort of thing. Keeps him amused for hours. It's great. So we'll see what comes of the spawning brushes. I'm debating opening another box of spawning brushes and putting them in tonight, just in case. But as someone said, be careful, you may get overrun with fry. In which case I'll be digging fry ponds, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I've got the room for it. There's no problem with room. Get some cheap liner, line them out, fry pond, job done. Yeah, apart from that, everything's just ticking along normally. Um, Thanks to everyone that's placed your orders on skegnesspondsupplies.com. Again, I'll be packing some parcels this morning in the sauna that is the workshop. Getting those off in the post today for those that ordered over the weekend. Yeah, keep them coming, guys. Oh, Saki Hikari front. I haven't had time to put the stuff on the website. As I said, I've been out most of the weekend. I will try and get that done when it cools down a bit later. I've worked out I need to settle about 10 bags of Saki Hikari to be able to put the order in. But once we've done that, we're away. So we'll be on a pre-order basis. If I can get the 10 bags sold before Friday, I'll put the order in Friday and they will be delivered to me on the following Wednesday, assuming they're all in stock still on Friday. If not, it may have to wait till the following week, but I can only gauge that on the day I place the order. So I don't want people placing the order and going, oh, you haven't delivered it in 3 days. The situation is, once I've got the 10 bags, I will place the order. It should be the following Wednesday. If they haven't got it in stock, I will check with them when it's in stock and put in a back order for it so that it's delivered as soon as they come into stock from them on the next Wednesday, because their delivery day here is a Wednesday. So that's where we stand on that one. So long as you're not desperate for food in the next week, then all go. If you want it in the next couple of days, I'm not your man at the moment until I can get some on the shelf. So we'll go from there. And that's really about it. There's not a lot really been happening. So I'll put a couple of little video clips up of the new fish and what the sieve did in that 24 hours. And I don't really think I've got any other video clips. The pond's so green, I can't really film anything. But yeah, I'll cobble some bits together after this. So I will catch you on the next one, guys. Just over 24 hours of the sieve running, and it hasn't backed up, it hasn't clogged up, so that's all good. Right then, Mr. Black Country Koi bloke, I blame you. I go to the West Midlands to get one fish. When I arrive home, I have 5 boxes of fish. You're a bad, bad man. So first out the bags, we have 2 ghosties, kindly given to me by Martin. The bigger one is 35 centimetres, the smaller one is 26. As I say, they were given to me, so much appreciated. He saw my video about Mr. Voldemort and said, I've got a couple of chags you can have. So here they are. So we have a Tantagoshki Aoki Masaki and a Beniki Curio by Casey Koi Farm. Thanks, Riley.
It's a leaf.
The Tancho Goshki is 16 centimetres. The Beniki Kuru is about 25. And then we have 3 little babies from Sakai Fish Farm. Tiny tinies.
I'll touch him. I'll touch him.
They're what? 10 centimetres each. That one's probably a little bit bigger. They're only tiny. And this is the one I actually went up for. A 45 centimetre female Maratang Kahaku. She's lost a scale down one side, but that's not a major issue. But she is about ready to pop. So she will be going in the main pond with the rest of them. And yeah, while I was away last night, the fish decided to spawn. So yeah, very little left on the brushes. But now we've got her in there, we might get a bit more action. Yeah, I forgot to say, one of the little Sakai fish, when I put it in, went back to the fry tank about an hour later and it was lying on the floor. Done the leap of faith like the Goshki did the other week. Still breathing, wasn't totally dried out, so I've chucked him back in. Hopefully he'll be okay. But I have now netted the fry tank as well, because I don't want any more jumpers really. So yeah, keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully that one pulls through okay. I don't think he'd been out of the vat very long, but there you go, it happens.